Hey everybody, this is David B69, and this is what I've decided to do. Nobody, and I mean nobody, responded to my video where I was discussing the off-season stuff, and I said, well, this is what I could do, and I got all these options. Now, nobody responded. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go to this calendar here, and we are going to go month by month, and basically sim these games. Okay, Iron Pigs have too many players, so we need to make a roster move. Why do the Iron Pigs have? We only have 25 in major leagues, so let's figure that one out. One, two, three, four, five. Yeah, he should be in the majors. So you're going to get moved to the majors. Yeah. And pitching rotation, Dodge Bradley should be okay. Okay. Well, that should be fine. I put Chafin here in the middle relief. Taj Bradley is our long reliever. This will work out. So let's continue on. We're going to auto fix the rotation in the minors. I don't care that much about it. So far we're undefeated. So far so good. Actually, I want to send through the end of the month. So send through the date here. Okay. Scouting assignments. But we want to set up the scouting assignments. Scouting is important. But this year, I'm going to have it all done automatically. So I don't have to do this every time. So let's do that. Jason Adams sustained an injury. He'll be out to, he'll go to 15-day. Okay. So looking at it, we're at 21-9, so we're doing pretty well. Feeling really good. Let's see how our roster's doing. Kirk Wren was hit hard. Wow, that's really a bummer. Max Wagner tore it up in April. Good, that's good. Brandon Marsh raked in April, posting a 390 in Triple A. Kind of makes sense because generally been a total major league player. Let's look at our lineups looking. And how is Justin Crawford hitting so far? Hitting 159, but I think he'll just get better over time. Yeah. Let's see here. Bones only hitting 178. Juan Soto's done doing good for us. He's hitting 356. Gotta like it. Pete Alonso hitting 263. That's good. Where? Okay, Harper 245, 6 homers. Okay. I mean, I think our overall lineup is really, really good. So, very confident on that. And we have a 1.5 game lead. Let's simmer through this. Good old month. Keep them active. The Marlins got Kim from the Padres. Okay. Probably a good deal for them. Okay. So now we're 41-16. Really liking that. Okay. Let's take a look at our pitching rotation in a second here. Zach Wheeler's having a good start to his year. Nolan's getting hit a little hard, but he'll be fine. Ranger Suarez, like I said, it's up a little bit. You don't want to be above 1.2 in whip. I mean, but everybody is so far. So, Bieber, he's like 1.4. That's way too high. And McAble's doing really well. So you just kind of wonder, do we have anybody like has too high of an ERA in the minors? Being solid. Wow. Chafin is really doing well. Yeah, I feel good about our bullpen. That's good. Trying to figure out if, okay, Baum's improved this month. Real Mutu is not looking great. Hitting 171 with 5 home runs. Wow, that's kind of rough. Let's do this. Let's bench Realmuto, put Sanchez in against righties, and he will only be facing lefties. Just kind of a drastic kind of move to do for right now, just to see if we can get him going. And let's get to the month of June. Ooh, it's a broken forearm. He's out 1 to 2 months. What's that? We gotta this affects the rotation. We gotta make a roster move here. Um, Andrew Painter will go to the majors. And he will take over that #1 spot. Because that is what you do. And now we can continue on. Now it's like it's going to be several months without Wheeler. That could really affect us. Justin Crawford has an MCL sprain. Put him on a 10-day injury. Catch in center field for the time being. Jack Will is eligible. We're just going to keep him on there. Because if it's less than 2 months, then it's worth it. Okay, we're now 57-27. Let's take a look at our pitching rotation. Painter doing pretty good. 1.04 whip. That's the stuff that I look at a little bit more closely than win losses and ERA. Yeah, that's very solid. I'm very happy with his whip. So it's good to see. You see all the other pitchers doing really well in our organization. Lineups. You put Crawford back in. He needs his time. Maybe if Crawford's not doing that good against lefty pitching, I don't. They break it down lefty versus righty. I don't know if we can actually see that. It would be nice if we could see that. So, okay, well, we'll be fine. Okay. Now, let's just get through there. We're going to go to the draft. don't pick till 29. What we'll do is we'll change this and sim to the next pick. View the prospects that are available. We have him ranked as number 8. So we like this a lot. He's a center fielder. Has pretty good potential. I do like that a lot. Now, Major League Baseball had this closer ranked number 2. We have him ranked number 10. Would this be a guy that we want to grab? Opted out of his thing, but so did he. I think a closer would just kind of be a wasted pick right here. So I'm going to go with this guy. Okay. Doesn't sound like it was the greatest of all picks, but you know. Okay, we're now in the 3rd round. I don't want to draft another center fielder. We're at 103 and it's just this guy. Okay. We're at 133. Okay. This is where you take a chance. This guy is definitely a long-term chancer guy. 18 years old. And we'll go with Boy Floyd. Okay. Oh my gosh. Oscar Hernandez is now injured, and he's out for 1 to 2 months. Wow. We're going to stop simulating just because of the injury. this is why we bring up, we can have somebody like Marsh come to the major leagues and fill right in our lineups. That's pretty good. You can just fill right in and we will be fine. Okay, assign our draft picks. Okay. So he wants 2.8. I'm going to offer 2.83. No reason he shouldn't accept it. There we go. We got him. Can't offer those two guys a contract because they're not ready yet. Okay. I'm going to give him a little bit more. We'll take it. Yes, he did. Okay. Let's see what he says to that. Yes, good. So we only have two guys left. We're good. Okay. Contract. 271, and we'll meet that. Okay, so that's good. And he's not ready to sign yet. So I can offer him a contract. He wants 761. We have a little bit more money to go if we wanted to. He's declined. Okay, that's fine. Okay, let's offer him a contract. We'll give him a little bit more money, but we have no more allotment left. and he's decided to sign. So all of our guys are now signed. So now we can go to the end of the month. Okay, now we can question is, how has Painter been doing? He's at, yeah, now Painter is at a 1.21 whip. They're very close. Bieber hasn't been that great. So since we're not being extremely good, let's talk trade. And I would like to trade Bieber. And what I can do is I can just say suggest trade and basically say I want to look at getting prospects. The more prospects you get, the better, in my opinion. Especially when you just basically want to dump this guy, and it's just basically a salary dump. This isn't a horrible deal. That's definitely not a horrible deal. Okay. So I am going to take this deal. I'm going to trade Bieber to the Rays for Ronnie Simon and Cooper Kinney, both young minor league guys and stuff as second base and shortstop. I just really, really like that deal. So good for us. And now we can just go to our rotation. And I can have Painter in there full time. It just makes the most sense. I'd rather have Ranger. We could just, we're dumping that salary. We're getting Painter as a youth, and he's been doing well. So it just makes sense. So let's see here. Yep. Okay. can see we have lots of second basemen in our thing, but Simon's like now the top second baseman in our minor league system. Way too many second basemen in one whole thing, but whatever. We can. A couple of them are D's, and don't care about that. Shortstop, we have Cooper Kenny now as our top guy. So that's all fine. He'll be up challenging Castro in a little while. He's like 3 years younger than him, and he's barely better than him. Let's just get into it. Let's get through the end of this month. Ooh, the Iron Pick suffered a major injury. Edwin Diaz has been traded from the Mets to the Angels. Oof. Wow. These are guys that are eligible for contract extensions. Not really extremely worried about that. Okay, so now we're done that month. Now we have the extra space. So we can put this guy on a 40-man roster and bring him up. I mean, he's only 18 years old. But why not promote him? He's having a great year. I bring him up, but his 1.45 whip scares me. Whip is too high. Whip is too high. Let's look at starting pitchers here. That whip is too high. Whip Whip, 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 whip. Okay, he's not pitched enough to establish anything. Okay. You want to know something? Let's give this guy ride him to the 40 man and give him a shot for a month. It just makes the most sense. Now that Hernandez is back. Okay. Dude, it was great having you up here, but it is now time for you to go down to the minors. Okay. It's all good. Okay, Hernandez goes right back into the starting lineup. Love to see it. Okay. Wow. Oh, good job. Double A made the playoffs. Okay. Let's look at our standings here. We got won 104 games. The Braves and the Marlins both earned a wild card spot. With 93 and 87 wins respectively. The Cubs and won the division, and the Brewers are like right there behind them. So they get Cubs barely got 87 wins, and so the Dodgers, of course, they got 111 wins, and they got the best record in the league. So the Phillies are number 2, and the Dodgers are the number 1. In the American League, we have the Rays winning the division, with the Yanks and the Orioles winning wild card. In the Central, the Twins have the best record in the American League and have that number 1 spot, while the Astros also clinched the division as well. So, and a wild card, like I said, it's Rangers, the Yankees, and Orioles. Now, the interesting part is the Angels were even, but apparently some tiebreaker gave the Orioles the advantage. Because that's how it works. So Minnesota and Tampa Bay get to bye, and the Dodgers and the Phillies get to bye. Yeah, and I can do what I did in the playoffs last time: play each game and go from there. That's what we'll look to do. Um, yeah. So looking at who won different titles here, Freeman won the best batting average. Also had the most hits. Horner got the most at bats, as well as the most doubles. Cruz had the most triples. Ohtani, of course, got the most home runs. And he also had the most RBIs. Runs, Ohtani had the most runs. Jake McCarthy had the most stolen bases. On walks, Matt Olson. Alec Bregman had the best on base percentage. Slugging goes to Ohtani. OPS goes to Ohtani. And wins goes to Mick Abel. And tied with him is Aaron Nola. Losses also goes Dustin May and Mick Abel. Yeah, really do like this. So ooh, Nola won the Cy Young. Most valuable player is Ohtani. As I said, Cy Young goes to Nola. He's won in back-to-back years now. Freeman won the batting title. Alsley for the Cubs won the reliever of the year. Padilla for the Nationals won the National League Rookie of the Year. Hank Aaron Award goes to Ohtani. Ranger Suarez got the Gold Glove at pitcher. Will Smith at catcher. Freddie Freeman at first. Estrada at second. Arenado at third. Swanson at short. Nemo at left. Alpin at center. And Tatis Jr. in right field again. Silver Sluggers, DH, Ohtani, Alvarez, Mets, Freeman at first, Albies at second, Bregman at third, De La Cruz, Juan Soto, Ronaldo Acuna, and Tatis Jr. Postseason MVP. Wow. Well, it's not done yet. We're not. It's like we haven't. We got to go through the postseason first. So we shall see who wins those awards. So anyway, just basically wanted to go through that, and basically that's our sim of the 2025 season. So until next time, we will start playing the playoffs, and we will see what comes of it. So what do you think? Let me know who you think is going to win it all in the 2025 regular season. So until then, this is David B69, and I'm out.